Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to another fine edition of the Hollywood Redux podcast. Today we're reviewing Ant-Man and Wasp and going back in time to see young Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, and Lawrence Fishburne. And it's not as creepy as you'd think.
It's not.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Good morning and welcome back to the show, everyone. I am your host, Matt.
I'm Kryzzalia.
And I'm Michael.
And we're coming to you from HollywoodRedux.com. Today, we are bringing you our review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. So let's get right to it. If you've never seen one of our reviews, we are going to spoil the shit out of the movie. So if you've not seen this movie yet, go to the movie theater, check it out. Unless you're one of those weirdos that like it spoiled before you see it, then let's go ahead and jump right into this. You've been warned. Here we go. Ant-Man dies.
Whoa!
Just kidding.
Going right into it.
No, we did that with Han Solo and Force Awakens, and we learned our lesson there.
Yeah.
No, this movie is great. It takes place before Infinity War, and we get to catch up with Paul Rudd doing house arrest things with his daughter, and pretty much wins like the Father of the Year award
You
in
kidding
my book.
me?
Like,
that damn fort he built with his kid. God.
How about the slide at the
slide!
end?
I
That
wish
was
I had
incredible.
anything like that as a child. That would have been amazing.
If
But
I was
safety.
doing that as a child, I would have had to go to the emergency room for a tetanus shot and some broken bones. Like, I don't know how that worked out, how
But
they
it
were able to
worked.
spiral down those
Yeah.
stairs just
Moving
perfectly.
magic.
He's an architect now.
It was
he knows
great.
what he's doing.
Moving
He's got
magic.
all the calculations done too.
Yeah, he's an architect now.
It's safe.
This movie, coming after Infinity War, was really nice. It was kind of a real nice, fresh breath of air, to be
Yeah.
honest. This summer has been full of a lot of stinkers, big budget stinkers, and this movie didn't disappoint. I honestly, I thought the visual effects were great in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
100%, dude.
I loved when she threw the salt shaker and it just blocked the person's exit perfectly. Grew it up perfectly.
Yeah, grew it up real good.
Real good.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. I like the technology in this movie. It was really cool. You know, I feel like in the first one we just got the go big or go small.
Yeah.
There's a lot
and-
more explanation in this one for sure.
Yeah, all of a sudden this became like a Matrix hybrid, where they're running up walls and across knives, and you see a lot of that action in the trailers. You know, like there wasn't a lot of action sequences that were in this movie that kind of surprised me because you did kind of get to see everything.
Yeah, you saw Hello Kitty coming out the car.
It's the usual treatment for a trailer.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I would really like I feel like people are excited enough about Marvel properties now at this point, and I feel like they're excited enough about like Jurassic World type stuff that they're gonna pay for a ticket to go see it.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's great. Doesn't mean it's good, but I would still like to go into a movie theater like sometime in 2018 and not have a movie spoiled for me. You know, like leave one action sequence out of the fucking trailers.
Surprise us.
It would be nice. I'm just glad that this time around there was a Stan Lee cameo that I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked his cameo.
That was the first one in a long time that I actually was like, I agree. Yeah,
And, like,
I was like, yeah.
And it wasn't spoiled either. Like he's just opening his car and it shrinks. And he's like, you know, the '60s were fun.
He's
but
an actual
I'm paying
old
for it
man.
now.
Yeah.
He's an actual old man in this one. It's great.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Just an old man.
Yeah,
Loved it.
no, it was good. You know, there a lot of, like I said, a lot of the stuff was ruined in the trailer. However, it didn't stop it from being a great movie.
Yeah,
Like it was a very
absolutely.
enjoyable movie, and it was honestly one of the better ones in the last like month or so. So far this summer, Ant-Man and Wasp is my favorite film.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
I loved Lewis coming back.
Yeah.
with his company Ex-Cons.
Michael Pena sold this movie for me. Like, please stay in the Marvel universe.
clap.
Please
Yes.
please keep playing that same character that you kind of play in a lot of movies.
Give him that suit that he's begging
Yeah,
for.
man, he
I'd
doesn't
love
even-
to see it.
I was waiting for that. I was so waiting for him to be in the suit at the end, like
That
against
would've
the
been-
building and shit.
You
That
guys-
would have been
Amazing.
great.
He's not even picky. He said with no powers.
Yeah.
He just wants a suit.
He just wants a
Yeah.
suit. He just wants to blend in, guys.
That was the only thing though that did bug me a little bit about the,
Bug.
not yeah, right? You like that? Take it home with you.
Hey.
It wasn't, and it's not Michael Pena. He was great. The thing that bothered me a lot in this was the technology. The technology
Okay.
was just way overly convenient for this movie. Like, I feel like them going into the quantum realm, like building that device and stuff to go get their mom, should have felt a lot harder than just the convenience of an entire hive of ants. An entire colony of
Colony
ant
ants.
pretty much building this quantum thing, which I don't That shit looked like a goddamn Mac store. You telling me ants with no opposable thumbs and shit are building that thing?
Not only building, but playing drum sets.
Playing drums at the end?
And
like,
taking bubble baths.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Replicating his whole routine
Hilarious.
so he could stay under the cover.
It's all in good fun. Like, it's not like where you're just like, oh, this is dumb as shit.
No.
You actually just suspend disbelief for a lot of this movie. But the tech did bother me a little bit. Everything seemed to just be there just to be super convenient.
Yeah.
There was no discovery of how they were able to blow shit up and shrink it down really fast like that, like the buildings and stuff. Didn't do anything like that in the first film.
One of the big problems I had, obviously, with the shrinking and the growing of the building was when he's like, I love the suitcase joke, but that's like an earthquake happening all the time to that building.
That entire building would have been destroyed. Like, she used it to punch out a window. Like, get the fuck out of here.
This is
that
your
ratty
work.
old building is holding up against all that.
Yeah.
Like, if I threw my Ghostbusters firehouse from when I was a kid through a window, it wouldn't even make it through the window. It would have shattered. So, like, I love the joke. I thought it was funny. That was just the thing. It was like the technology just sometimes there was like, oh, man, like, there was no challenges in this movie. The only real challenge was that he had to somehow get home before the FBI showing up multiple times.
Yeah.
And every time that happened, you knew he was going to be there just fine because that character from Fresh Off the Boat, awesome. I really hope that demographic like keeps going into any future Ant-Man movies. I would love to see him show up as like an FBI guy and actually be like a good guy and get into some of the action. Like that character was great. It was really about the side characters in this movie.
Yeah, this one had a great side character lineup, to be honest. Like T.I. and the
was
other
in
gentleman
it?
too. Like
Yeah, man, popping off,
Tasing
dude.
that guy.
Can't keep a hat on his head for fucking
Hey, man.
any scene
That is-
continuity. Forget about it.
them with the tasers was all they needed to protect, like get the sales going. So
But the best part about it, I think, was the truth serum. The truth serum scene was my favorite part of the whole movie.
Oh my God.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
exist.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's not truth serum. It's not truth serum. And then at the end, he's like, it's truth serum.
Yeah, and like that's the other, that whole gang of guys, like they were fun and entertaining, and I love the main bad guy of that group, the leader.
The southern accent.
Yeah, he always plays the southern guy.
he
You know,
always
and-
plays the villain too. Hilarious.
Yeah, he's always the bad guy. And he could play a good guy too, Hollywood. Come on.
Come on.
But maybe not, because I can't remember his name right now. But you did great, buddy. You were great in The Shield. You were great in Justified.
You were great
like-
in Hateful Eight.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's right.
Fantastic. There was no bad actors in this.
No.
You know,
Lawrence Fishburne coming through.
Lawrence Fishburne and like
I love seeing Lawrence.
and we got to talk about the age CG stuff they did for Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, and Lawrence Fishburne were tops. However, around that age, I feel like Lawrence Fishburne was a little bit thinner of a guy. I'm just referencing, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, where he was super tall and thin, and he was
That's
a
why.
sexy dude in the 80s, man. Like,
I think they're
come on.
probably like
I get it.
Like when they
That-
cast a child for
I
an
get
adult,
it.
I think they're doing the same. Like he's this shape, this figure now. We're gonna go back and make it look like he's been this person and grown.
Regardless,
I
though,
get it.
still great compared to
You know,
like,
anytime I can pull out a Dream Warriors reference with Lawrence Fishburne, I'll take it.
Yeah, he'll grab at it
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
No, the visual effects on that were great. I feel like Hollywood's kind of finally mastered that. Because like even if you watch like Westworld or something, and those guys do great visual effects, they win tons of awards for it. But like even that, you get the fake kind of even Leia at the end of Rogue One, you know,
So
kind
subtle,
of like
subtle.
it's
like,
it's just there's something off and it doesn't
Yeah.
work. These guys, perfect.
Yeah,
like
from-
a lot of movement too. Like
From Rogue One to now, it's incredible the difference.
Yeah.
They
It's progressed.
Even
didn't-
the
they
age
didn't look
makeup
all
on-
sweaty like me.
yeah, like
you know,
Guardians
on
of the
stage.
Galaxy 2, same thing. Like even Kurt Russell didn't look perfect. Like, but these guys looked perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the cast was great. Cast was great. Visual effects were great. There were a few visual effects in that whole car chase sequence around San Francisco at the end that, like, in the trailer I saw, and I was like, I hope those get better. And they didn't. You know, but it was still insanely enjoyable. There was nothing about this movie that made me say, like, I'm bored. I'm
Yeah.
not
It
entertained.
was a fun ride.
It was a great ride. The action sequences, even though you've seen most of them in trailers, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And Evangeline Lilly, like, come on, man, like, let's just get her own movie. I could watch her kick ass.
Yeah, that's the Wasp.
Like take out just like dozens of henchmen all day long.
Except you might not be able to because she kind of ashed away there. At the end.
Yeah, mid-credit sequence. God damn. Like, he's in the quantum realm, and, like, everybody fucking ashed away from Thanos.
Did not see that one coming.
Surprise!
You know, I was actually, we were joking, we're like, is there another scene after the credits? And there was, you know, the ant playing drums and things, like the emergency broadcast, which was trippy. That was actually kind of the first time, outside of, like, when we see Fury and stuff at the end.
With his pager.
Yeah. It was really kind of the first time you got to see
the
kind of what was happening.
Yeah.
And, like, oddly enough, like, everything in San Francisco was, like, silent. Like, in where they were, you know, wherever Fury was, when this was happening, it was extremely violent. There were cars crashing everywhere. Everybody's freaking out and running. And this was just silent. Like, you could just hear all the emergency broadcast systems. And that was a trip for how, like, just how much this movie threw at you visually when it came to, like, just either quantum realm stuff, which also, like, I don't know if it's just chance from the visual effects, but that also looked like Doctor Strange pushes through the quantum realm a bunch. When he goes through. And,
I was hoping to see him in the end credits.
I was kind of half expecting to see him too, because it looked like some of his, like, almost like shield magic was being used to keep Ghost together, you know, like inside her, like, lighthouse thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like
it kind of does look like that.
It could have just been a similar VFX, but
Easter egg?
it kind of
Maybe
felt
not.
Like maybe these worlds are kind of
maybe it was magic more than it was science.
And there was a lot of magic references throughout.
Interesting. I like that.
Mm.
Well, we know that Ant-Man's probably gonna have to save everybody in the quantum realm, right?
Yeah. Also, like that like, if you don't see the movie, you got to at least see the mid-credit sequence, because that basically, if you've been just dying to find anything or try to connect anything to Infinity War to get closure of any kind, which you won't get for another year, but
Let's be real.
That scene alone said a lot. She said, "Don't get stuck in a time vortex." Like,
yeah, we won't be able to get you out.
We won't be able to get you out right away. You know, with all the on-set, you know, photos from Infinity War Part 2, you see what looks like the Battle of New York from the first Avengers. You know, Cap's in his old costume, Iron Man's wearing the old costume, like, and Ant-Man's there. So, if anything, maybe he's able to go back and, like, find, you know, but there's no way that he'll be able to understand what just happened.
Not at all.
With everybody going to Ash. So even if he does go back and show up at these different times, you know, what's going to happen? Like, he's not going to know what's coming.
Yeah.
So he can't really warn them, but maybe he can assist in other fights and, you know,
really
entangle himself really cool throughout the timelines and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
That would be rad.
Well, like, we also have Captain Marvel coming up. Like, will he go that far back? How far back will he go?
Yeah, he could go to the 90s and see a young Fury. And, you know, I was also kind of wondering because I'm wondering if Lawrence Fishburne's going to be in Captain Marvel. Because he talked about being with S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything like that. So, like,
we got a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Got a lot of S.H.I.E.L.D. and references, throughout. Yeah, so.
We're learning more about S.H.I.E.L.D. too somehow, like, which is really cool.
So, yeah, I mean, Ant-Man, like, left me with a lot of questions still regarding the overall MCU, especially with all the announcements today of the official people are leaving, you know, the 8 people who are leaving Marvel. If you don't know that, maybe check it out in the link below. It's a big amount of people, like even Chris Pratt, before even doing Volume 3. Like, he's out. So, like, he needs to make, you know, and he said he'd negotiate his contract. He's happy to do it. He wants to stay, keep doing it. But, you know, I mean, Volume 3 was just written. James Gunn just posted that. James, like, my man, keep bringing the fun.
Please.
Like, that's what DC needs to maybe take a note from Marvel movies is, no matter how bad it gets, even Infinity War, which was like, oh my god, people weeping, seeing all of your heroes dying that you've been with for 10 years, like, it still is not as dark as the DC universe.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what it's going to take for Warner Brothers to wake up on that. And DC seems like they're trying to go that route. You know, it seems like a lot of their creative execs have stepped away. I know Jeff Johns is stepping away, starting his own production company, which is crazy to me. Like, Jeff Johns and DC just kind of go hand in hand, really, you know, for the last, 6-7 years. I mean, he's been a part of DC and comics for a long time, but bringing it to TV, killing it with the DC TV shows.
Yep, DC Legends
you know, Legends of Tomorrow. So,
just saying, it's a good show.
But, you know, and he was stepping into the movie universe, but he's got the TV thing down.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the movies he's been a part of has really blown me away. I mean, he still had an executive producer credit sitting there on that Green Lantern Ryan Reynolds movie, and I will never forgive Warner Brothers or DC for that.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, hell. But, you know, with Wonder Woman 84 coming out, I mean, Chris Pine wearing a fanny pack on set, you know that shit's going to be a little bit more lighthearted.
Yes, please.
And, you
More
know,
of that.
and who would have thought, Hollywood, that a woman would have brought the light and hope to the DC universe on this big screen?
That's right.
And everybody else should take a page out of that book. But Ant-Man and Wasp, great fucking movie. If you want a great popcorn summer movie, this is it.
Yep.
Don't go see Jurassic World. Sorry, Chris Pratt, you're
Sorry,
my boy,
dude.
but you let me down.
Go back to Guardians 3.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, yeah.
Please.
Just stop.
Please.
Stop making Jurassic World.
No more.
Bullets kill dinosaurs, man. One bullet took
No
Blue
more
down.
bikes and dinosaurs.
The 20 dinosaurs that got out. It's not going to be world domination.
Cool.
I love how we skipped our review, but we always end our reviews with some more shitting on Jurassic World.
But we love Pratt.
we love
you.
Pratt.
Pratt.
Pratt, man.
Pratt.
On Instagram, dude.
Always.
Hit it up.
Pratt.
Follow. Subscribe.
You're fantastic.
We love you. Please don't be mad.
Please don't be mad at us. And
We paid to see the movie.
it'd be great if you unblocked me on there. So anyway, from the Hollywood Redux podcast, I think it's going to do it for us this morning. Thank you so much for enjoying our podcast. If we missed anything about Ant-Man and Wasp that you would like to talk about, please shout off and let everybody know in the comments below. But for the Hollywood Redux podcast, I think it's going to do it for us. I'm Matt. You can find me at Matt_directs on all social media.
I'm Kryzzalia. You can find me at Kryzzalia on all social medias.
I'm Mike. What the Hess?
What the Hess indeed.
Right.
And of course, we're always coming to you from HollywoodRedux.com. Check out our store at Redux Gear. Get yourself a shirt. And thanks to everybody in the crew today in the studio. It's a hot one here in Los Angeles. So hope everybody's staying cool, enjoying their summers, and have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.